Hey guys, welcome back. It has been a long time. Here comes my Spring Festival special video. This is today's menu. This is our first Spring Festival in our new house, new kitchen. Let's see what kind of magic this kitchen can bring to our dinner. I will try to make this meal not as complicated as before, so it shouldn't take 2 days to prepare like before. But I decided to do a little bit one night ahead to decrease the work for the next day. I will make a dessert first. It's Hawthorn cake. I really like this, but I can't find fresh Hawthorn in any store. So I use this canned Hawthorn. They are pre-cooked, so they are already super soft. Just put them in a blender with some syrup. Blend it very fine. Then filter with a fine shifter to get rid of the skin, which can be kinda hard. Then we got super smooth Hawthorn paste. Add some sugar, then cook the paste with low heat. Hawthorn is kind of sour and sweet fruit. Add sugar slowly to meet your own satisfaction. You can see, while cooking, the paste starts to lose water and gets darker. Stir frequently so the bottom won't get too sticky. You can add some lemon juice if the paste is not getting sticky even you have been cooking it forever. Cook until it looks like this. It's pretty sticky and you can feel some force when you try to lift it up. It's ready. Transfer it into a container and let it cool down before serving. Another thing we have to do one day ahead is soaking some sweet rice. Here are some regular sweet rice and some black ones. This is for the 8 treasure rice. To get 8 treasures, I also have some lotus seeds, red date, and some dragon's eye. It's one kind of fruit look like lychee. Don't get scared by its name. Soak them overnight so it will be easier to cook them the next day. Day 2. Since I haven't done a lot of work a day ahead, day 2 will be a hard day. First, soak some dry tea tree mushroom, shiitake mushroom, and some mung bean noodles. First dish I will make is steamed pork belly with fermented tofu, since it takes a long time to make. Wash the pork belly well. Then heat up a pan to pretty hot. We need to burn the skin to get rid of the offensive taste and some remaining hair on the skin. Theoretically, the skin should be black so it will be very easy to clean later. But that requires a very hot pan. I don't want to burn my non-sticky pan, so I just cook the skin a little bit, like this should be fine. If you have a cooking torch, it will work way better. Then wash off the burned part. You can use a knife if it's too hard to wash. Chop some ginger and green onion. Take a pot with cold water, put in the pork belly, add in green onion and ginger, cooking wine, some brown soy sauce, then bring it to boil. Cook until it's a little bit hard to poke it through with a chopstick or fork. Then take it out. Cut it into 2 pieces so it's easier to process later. Dry the surface with paper towel, then coat the surface with some brown soy sauce. Rub, so everywhere gets some sauce. Then let it dry a while. While waiting, heat up some oil until you can see very small bubbles come out from chopsticks when you test it. We will fry the pork belly a little bit. Before frying, remember to take some protection. A lid, for example, because frying pork belly can be pretty dangerous. You can skip this frying step if it really scares you. Fry like 2 to 3 minutes is fine. Take them out, then put back to the previous pot with sauce, then cook until the skin gets soft again. Take it out, then let's go make some sauce for it. This is a fermented tofu. Take a whole piece with some juice. The red color in this comes from one kind of fermented rice with red color. It gives tofu not only red color, but also a lot of good flavor. Break the chunk a little bit. Then add in cooking wine. 5 spices or 13 spices, whatever you have. I only have red peppercorn powder, so I will use that. Stir well. Our sauce is done. Next, slice the pork belly into thin slices. I like it to be pretty thin, like 2 to 3 millimeters. If you think this is too much work, you can slice it into 5 to 8 millimeters thick. You can also slice from the skin side or the meat side. Put the sliced meat into a deep plate or a big bowl. Add in the sauce we just made. Make sure every piece of meat has some sauce. Then spread them on the plate so they can be cooked more evenly. Next, we will steam it with a bamboo steamer. I will just leave it aside since I have some ribs need to be steamed too. I will do them together. Let's process other meat. This is a lamb leg I got from Sam's Club. Aldi sells similar thing too if you want to know where to get it. I will make lamb pilaf with this. We don't need too much. Just pick about half-pound lean meat. Chop it into 1-inch cubes. Soak it in cold water for extra cleaning. This is a small piece of a beef flat iron steak. Chop it into mince. I will use it to make some beef soup. Try to cut it small so it's easier to cook and it won't be too hard to chew. Next, chicken. I'm gonna cut this half chicken into about 1-inch pieces. Smash! Soak it in cold water too. Add in some cooking wine. Leave it aside. Next, the ribs. Oh, I got some ginger. Add in cold water and cooking wine. Also let it soak. I got these rib tips from my local store. They have perfect size for steaming or stewing. Here comes some Dungeness crab. I will cook this with some garlic and ginger sauce. I think they need some extra shower. After a nice shower, break them into smaller pieces. Break the shell a little bit. Knock knock. This way, the meat can soak sauce better and it's easier to eat. Next is some jumbo shrimp. They're almost as long as my hand. Slice the back open so you can flatten the shrimp like this. Process all of them this way. Leave it aside for later use. After meat, we will process all the veggies we need for this meal. First, carrots. Chop them into strips for the lamb pilaf. Then grind some carrots for beef dumpling. These onions are for lamb pilaf too. I use 2 kinds of onion for more complicated flavor. Chop some peppers for side dishes and garnish. This is for zucchini egg stir fry. I will use this shiitake mushroom for dumpling and soup. Next is green onion. Different shaped green onion can be used in different situations. Chop this white part into mince for dumplings. Then some half to 1 inch pieces for meat stew. This middle green part, I will chop it into mince, then use it for stir fry. The last part, green leaves. Chop into rings for garnishing. Chop some cilantro for soup and the side dishes. Here's some chives I froze. It's for side dishes too. Next, garlic. These small ones, I will use them for meat stew. Then press all the rest for other dishes. My family loves garlic, and we need a lot for today's meal. Cut some ginger pieces for stew, then grind some for dumplings and sauce. Today we will use red potatoes for potato salad. You can chop them into thin strips or use a tool like this. It's very convenient. Red potato is more crunchy, so it's better for salad. Soak it in water so it won't oxide. Here's the mushroom I soaked earlier. Chop the shiitake smaller. Cut the bottom of the tea tree mushroom, because it's pretty hard. These are for chicken mushroom stew. Next is cucumber. It's for cucumber salad. The best way to make cucumber to absorb more sauce is smash it. Yep, smash, smash, smash. Then all these seeds can hook up some sauce. Put in some salt so the cucumber can have some base flavor. Leave it aside for later use. Now most of the veggies are processed. Here's the rice I soaked last night. They are all pretty soft now. Before cooking, we need to process the lotus seed. There's a sprout in the center. It's super bitter. We need to get it out. Most of them don't have it, but if a couple have it, it may ruin your dessert. So we need to check everyone. To get 8 treasures, I collected some other ingredients. Dried apricot and walnuts. They need to be chopped into smaller pieces. You can use any dried fruits you like. Red date has seed. Get it out and chop it into mince too. Break the walnut a little bit. Walnuts can be replaced by peanuts or any nuts you like. Now we have 7 ingredients. I got some quinoa and millet. You can use one or both if you have them. I use both for more flavor. Transfer everything into an instant pot or a rice cooker. Add in water. Then just simply choose the rice function to cook. Ta-da! It's done! Mix them well, then transfer into a container for later use. Now let's go check the meat we soaked in water. First, the ribs. Ribs need to be washed a couple times since I will steam it without blanching it. Rub, and wash. When the water looks pretty clean, leave the ribs on a colander to drain the water. Then we can cook it. Get some oil in a hot pan. Add in fermented black beans. Stir and break them a little bit. Then add in a lot of garlic. Add in some red peppercorn powder, some cooking wine, seafood soy sauce, some salt, white pepper powder. Mix well. Then transfer everything into the clean rib. Add in some cornstarch. Add a little bit more cooking wine. Cornstarch can make the meat more tender and soak the sauce better. Mix well. Then spread the ribs evenly on a deep plate. Put some red pepper on the top. It's not only for garnish, it also brings some fresh veggie flavor. Then we can steam this with pork belly together. Put the pork belly on the bottom steamer cause it may take longer. Make sure there's a lot of water in the pot since they need to be steamed at least for 1 hour or longer. I use rice cooker because it will stop cooking while the water is all gone, so I don't need to pay too much attention while I'm busy with other cooking. Next, chicken. Put the chicken into cold water. Add in some ginger, green onion, and cooking wine. Bring it to boil and blanch the chicken for a while. Take out the foam while cooking so the chicken can be more clean. When it stops generating a lot of foam, take the chicken out. Add in oil in a hot pan. Put in ginger, green onion, 1 dry red pepper if you like a little bit spicy taste. Then add in cinnamon, star anise, and fennel seeds. Just add some basic seasoning. It's not necessary if you don't have them. Oh, forgot garlic. Cook until the green onion gets charred and you can smell the seasoning. Then add in chicken. A little bit more cooking wine. Add about half teaspoon vinegar to get rid of any remaining offensive smell in the chicken. Cook until you can't smell the vinegar. Then add in brown soy sauce, oyster sauce, and soy sauce. Mix well, then add in shiitake and tea tree mushroom. Stir well, then transfer everything into a ceramic pot or any pot you have. Ceramic pot holds the heat better, which is great for stewing meat slowly. Rinse the pan to get all the flavor in the soup. Add water to cover most of the chicken. Add in some more soy sauce and salt if it tastes light. Put on an aluminum foil lid. This can provide the top meat which are not under the water get too dry. Bring it to boil, then use low heat to cook until the meat gets tender. Then we can go cook the lamb. Same as other meat. Put the lamb in cold water. Add in green onion and ginger. Add a little bit vinegar, soy sauce. Bring it to boil. Take out the foam while it's boiling. Cook until you can poke through the lamb. Take out the lamb and cook it in a pan. Add in green onion. Stir well. Add the lamb. Cook a little bit. Then add in the onion. Stir and cook until the onion gets a little bit soft. Add in half teaspoon of salt. It sounds like a lot, but we're going to add some white rice later. Mix well, then add in white peppercorn powder and soy sauce. Stir well. Cook for another 1 minute, then add in carrots. When the sauce are mixed well, add in 1 cup water. Bring it to boil. Then transfer everything into a rice cooker or an instant pot. Cover the meat and the veggie with pre-soaked rice. Add more water if needed. The water level should just cover the rice. Then leave the work to instant pot and we can go prepare other ingredients. Soak some raisin. Take a dry pan. Cook some cumin with low heat. Pay attention to not burn it. Cook until you can smell the nice cumin smell. Remove it from the heat and let it cool down. Then grind the cumin a little bit. You don't need to grind it very fine. Like this is okay. While waiting for the rice, let's go check ribs and pork. The fork can poke it through very easily. It looks super tender. Nice. Take it out and get the sauce out in a small bowl. Whew, it's hot. Then put the rib back to steamer to keep it warm. The pork is done too. Take it out. 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 Take it out. Out. Come out. God, finally get it out. Get the sauce out too. Arrange the pork slices into a medium bowl. Put the skin side down one by one. Make it pretty. Then put it back to the steamer to keep warm. Let's check the chicken. It looks great and super tender. Smells so good. Take out the green onion and spices. Leave it aside until the dinner is almost ready. Next, make some dough for dumplings. I'm going to make some cute cabbage-looking dumplings. Smash some spinach to get the green juice. Take some flour out for green dough. Make the rest into a normal dough. Then a small green one. Add some water if the juice is not enough to form a dough. Let them rest. Next, I will blanch all the veggies need to be pre-cooked to save time and resource. First, potato. Cook until it turns a little bit clear and the texture is kind of crunchy. Take it out and rinse with icy water. Then cook some broccoli for stir fry. Boil for 1 to 2 minutes. Next, spinach. Spinach needs to be picked up immediately once it gets soaked in the boiling water, since it cooks super fast. Take it out and rinse with icy water so the cooking process can be stopped immediately. Then the veggies can maintain its nice texture. Last, cook the almond until they are soft. It takes a couple minutes. Well, it's time to make some side dishes. To make it easy, I will make some sauce for all of them just like last year. It's pretty similar. Add in chili oil, cilantro, green onion, soy sauce, vinegar, white pepper powder, ginger juice, garlic mince, and mix well. You can add some sesame oil too. I haven't done that because my husband can't have it. Add in some sauce in potatoes. Then it's time for my mom's secret ingredient. Cook some peppers and chives with red peppercorn powder until the pepper gets a little bit soft. They don't need to be cooked all the way down. Then add some into the potatoes. Mix well and transfer them into a nice plate. Garnish with green onion. First side dish is done. Chop the spinach into smaller pieces. Adding almond. A little bit salt and some sauce. Then some cooked pepper and chive. Mix well. Other side dish is done. Cucumber. A lot of water got out from the cucumber. It's pretty salty now, so we need to rinse off extra salt with clean water. Then mix the cucumber with the sauce. This dish needs some extra garlic. Mix well. Once you made the sauce and get all the veggies blanched, side dishes will be super fast to make. Last one is a Hawthorn dessert we made last night. Cut it into smaller cubes and place them on a cute plate. All the side dishes are done. Next is pumpkin time. I will put the 8 treasure rice into this pumpkin. Cut the top and get the seeds out. Then take some 8 treasure rice we made earlier, adding some sugar and mix well. Fill the squash with it. I'm supposed to use some bigger golden pumpkin, but I could only find this kind of acorn squash in the store, so I will use this. Leave a small hole on the top, then fill it with some red bean paste. Cover it with more rice. Put the top back, then we can go steam it. It's a little bit too big. Well, easy. Just use a bamboo lid. Steam until you can poke through the pumpkin super easily. Then it's done. You can leave it in the steamer until the dinner's ready. We can make some dumplings while the pumpkin is cooking. Today I'll make a beef filling. First, add some water and cooking wine into the beef, then stir along one direction to get all the fiber together. This is some oyster sauce water. This is the end of one bottle, so I rinsed it with some water. It's kind of watery, so I added it now. When the ground beef is pretty much combined, add in soy sauce, brown soy sauce, a little bit more water, half or 1 egg, stir well, ginger juice, then add in carrots, leek or green onion mince, add in salt, white pepper powder, red peppercorn powder, and sesame oil. Mix well, then we can make dumplings. Put down some flour, knead the dough a little bit. Then, roll the green dough big enough to cover the white dough. Then roll them together. Add some water if the dough is too dry to stick together. Then roll it thinner and cut it into smaller pieces. Flatten the small dough with a rolling pin, so you can see there's a green edge like cabbage leaf. I explained how to make dumpling dough and roll the wrapper in other videos. You can check it out if you are interested. Fill it up and make a dumpling like this. A little fatty cabbage is ready. To be honest, I'm not super good at making pretty dumplings. I left the dumpling making work to my family. Next, I will go make some sauce for shrimp. Take some oyster sauce, add in seafood soy sauce, a lot of garlic since it's garlic shrimp. Add in white pepper powder, mix well and try it. It should be a little bit as a saltier side. Set the shrimp on a plate. Top with the mung noodles I soaked. Then put on the sauce we just made. I forgot to add ginger juice in the sauce, so I'm gonna add ginger juice on each one now. Then steam it until the shrimp is cooked. While waiting, we can go make soup. Add in some oil in a hot pan. Then put in the beef mince. Stir fry a little bit, then add in green onion, ginger juice, shiitake mushroom, and white pepper powder. Stir well and add in some soy sauce. Then add in hot water. Transfer all this into a pot. Add in more white pepper powder. Salt and some oyster sauce. Taste it. Add more salt if needed. Boil with medium-low heat for 5 minutes or until the beef gets kinda soft. Then add a lot of cornstarch until the soup gets pretty thick. Put in 1 egg white in the soup slowly. Stir while the soup comes back to boil. It's ready. Transfer the soup into a big bowl. You can add some sesame oil if you want. Add in green onion and cilantro, so the soup is ready. Here is the sauce from the steamed pork belly. We need to concentrate it. Add some oyster sauce and sugar to add more flavor. When the sauce loses some water, you can cook longer to make it thicker or add in some cornstarch. Look like this is okay. Flip the bowl with pork belly into a plate. Then put the sauce back to the pork belly. Garnish with green onion. It's ready. Serve with some steamed lotus bun. I showed how to make this kind of a bun last year. You can check it out if you want to know how to make them. We need to do the similar thing to the rib sauce. This way the sauce can be more concentrated with the flavor. Garnish with green onion. It's done. Next, I'm gonna cook some veggies. Make some garlic broccoli. It's super easy. Just add in garlic, green onion, and some red chili flakes if you like spicy. Add some red peppercorn powder. Stir well, then add in broccoli. Add some soy sauce, oyster sauce, white pepper powder, and salt. If you plan to eat this with rice, you can make it saltier than just eat it by itself. If there are too much water comes out, you can add some cornstarch so the sauce can stick to the broccoli better. Transfer it into a plate and get ready to serve. Next, I will make egg zucchini dish. It's super simple dish we eat. We need 2 eggs. Heat up the pan with oil to pretty hot. Then make some scrambled egg first. I'm not sure if you can tell it or not, but the egg I use here is not real egg. It's special fat-free egg beater for my husband. That's why it gets pretty sticky at the end. Then take out the egg and add in some oil in the same pan. Add garlic, green onion. We need to cook the zucchini. Add red peppercorn powder. Here's the remaining sauce from my steamed shrimp. Basically it's some garlic, oyster sauce and soy sauce. When the zucchini gets softer, add in eggs we just cooked. Then add in some chicken stock to make the dish more moist. Mix well, then it's done. These two are just some super simple dishes you can make with the veggie you can get from any grocery store. We really like them. Now most dishes are cooked. Heat up the chicken and get rid of extra water. Add in some green onion to garnish. Another dish is ready to serve. Let's check out the steamed shrimp. Before serving the shrimp, we need to put some green onion on the top. Then pour some super hot oil on the green onion to add some more flavor to the shrimp. The last dish I need to cook is ginger garlic crab. Add in oil in a hot pan. Then add in green onion, ginger and garlic. Cook a little bit, then add in the crab. Mix well. Add in some seafood soy sauce. Ha! A flying green onion. Add in white pepper powder. Mix well, then add in some water and cooking wine. Put the lid on and let it steam for 2 to 3 minutes. This way the crab can be well cooked and soak the flavor in sauce. The crab I have here is pre-cooked. If yours is not, steam longer to make sure the crab is cooked. Add in some cornstarch to thicken the sauce. Then transfer the crab into a bowl. Garnish with green onion. It's ready to serve. Last dish is a lamb pilaf. It smells so good. Mix the lamb rice, then add in some raisin and cumin. Mix well. Transfer the rice into a big bowl. Garnish with some green onion. It's good to serve. Now all the dishes are done. It's finally time for dinner. My family has been waiting forever for this meal since it's 2 hours later than I promised. We all really enjoyed our dinner though. Seeing everyone is happy with the dinner makes me super happy. I think I still need to get more work done on the first day next year. Well, this is today's video. Hope all you guys have a nice happy Chinese New Year. Please hit subscribe and like button if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.